I think when I don't use my brushes for a long time, they just kind of get in this weird state where they fall apart. I don't know why that is. Alright, just some crimson in there, some ochre. I'm tapping it a bunch just so the paint's evenly distributed in there. So, alright, we'll do a sky. Be a nice orangey sky. Not too bright, not too dark. Could add a little bit more crimson to that probably. There's already the liquid white still on the brush, so that makes it even duller. I always like it when my skies are a little light too, because you can always darken them. But, for me, it's just nicer when the sky is nice and light. And I'll just blend this area in between. Come down a bit. Too light, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Here, I'll wipe the brush out just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to add some dark sienna to that. So this is dark sienna and crimson. Same brush. So 2-inch brush. Crimson here. Tap it in. See, it's kind of white. It's turning pinkish. That's fine. Get some sienna. Throw that in there. Should make like a brownish color. Light brown. Okay. Now we're going to throw in some. These are interesting clouds. So this is a warm Christmas, or not Christmas painting, winter painting. So it'll look like lots of warm colors. It'll be nice. Down here it doesn't matter too much because I think the mountain's going to be right in here, like I always do. And then here we'll just come up with it. And maybe up here we'll have some nice little stringy clouds. Up the top. These ones will blend lines out. Canvas is shaking all over the place. Which is fine. Yeah. Should be kind of pinkish. And I don't really want to touch the tops of these because I kind of like how these ones look. But these ones could use a little fluff. I'll just fluff those up a little bit. They just kind of fade out. Very soft, very soft. Down here. Over here we're going to have some big trees. So I'm not really worried about any of that. I just need a misty layer in between. Kind of like that. Okay. This is, I think this is good enough for that sky here. Alright. This brush off. I think I'll use it again later, but for now we're about done with this brush. Towel. I'll set it down here, just in case we want to use it again. Grab the old palette knife. Make sure it's not crusty. It's got some residue on it. It's dried, so it don't matter too much. Alright, let's use crimson black, sienna blue. Crimson black, sienna blue. Crimson black. Sienna, and a little bit of blue. Not too much blue. We're going to be making a big mountain here, so. pull a shoe there. Sorry. Alright, I don't know how long I was out, but we'll see. Alright, we're going to do 3 peaks here. And this one's going to be kind of a square, so we're going to go really high. He's going to come down a little bit. He's going to come up again. Come down a little bit. Say it. Say it. Let's see if we can fix this at all. Maybe. I even turned down the latency a lot so this wouldn't happen, but it seems to not matter. Hold on. Okay. Grab this big brush. We're going to pull these mountains down. I'm going to pull these mostly like straight down. Like that. So they're like taller mountains. I'm also wiping off more than I usually would. These are all straight down strokes here. A little different than usual. Yeah, see what happens when I stream when everyone's in the office. I usually stream later at night, like 6 or 7. And that's a little better because it's shared Wi-Fi, you know. Okay. I think that's probably good enough for these. I'll just find out the bottoms here. Get this hair on. Not the bottoms. White and ochre. So it's very different. Indian yellow, white, and ochre. White and yolk. I'll mix that up here so I don't risk getting it into that dark color. Here we go. This is a different color, but going for a warm head too. Warmer than usual. I might actually put some more white in there. This is a little too yellow for my liking. Roll. That's a big roll, but it's fine. Alright, just gonna put these down here. Very different colors. Alright, I'll throw the extra there. Grab some more. Do this big peak here. Something like this up here. Going to be one big peak here right in the middle. I really want to get that one, so it's this guy here. Just go back and forth just a little bit. Keep working on this. All the way down. And then we're going to do a little bit of highlight here in this back peak. Just a little bit. It's just going to be up on the top. And we'll do this one back here. And the more you go over it, the duller it's going to get. So you don't got to worry too much. This one, I'm actually actually make him a little bit bigger because we got a lot of extra paint here. So let's pull that down. There we go. All right. It's very, very yellow. Looks like a very dark sunset. Okay. So that's our light color. That a little bit. Might clean up some more space here. So we got this big color here. I don't know if I'm going to use it right in. We'll save it. Mountain color up there. Alright, now the next color we need is going to be kind of like this, but more blue. So we're going to use some blue, some black, and I believe we put some white to make it actual highlight color. So mix this up. Should be like a gray color. Well, that might be too dark still. We can use that for later. Let's grab one of this white and start with that. That's pretty good. I want it a little bit darker. There we go. That's good. Alright. Now we're going to highlight this mountain here. This one, again, it's kind of like straight down. And it blends these together. Very different colors. Thing with this, we're going to pull it straight down. We connect these two together. Make it seem like there's a bit of a gulf in between. And then this peak back here, this is all in the shadow. So he's going to cut off this little peak here. He's going to pull straight down. I might even darken that color, to be honest. So let's actually go ahead and do that. So we'll connect them here. And then we'll take that stuff color that I have. This even darker mountain color. And I'll actually take this and we'll put it right in there. Use that. Kind of connect these two. And I'll push this little peak here back a little bit. Something like so. I can always come back over this with more highlights. I think for now it's probably, I'll use just a little bit of this peak back here, but this is going to be mostly not visible, so I'm not worried about it, because we're going to have big trees here, so those don't really matter too much. All right. Okay. I think this is kind of okay. I want to highlight the mountain a little bit more here though. So grab this color, this mountain highlight color. I'll actually come in here and pull this down some more. Like so. And we're just going to grab even more and come over the bottom. It's going to look like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's a hill or something down here. But the direction of the palette knife is important. Alright. And I'll just add some texture down here because I like texture. People like texture. See how it's kind of like the mountain's spilling out a little bit down there. Here, okay. I gotta blend this out at some point. Probably better do that now than later. So. Especially down here, I don't really like that part, but it's fine. There. Alright, I think that's fine. Fine for now. Might be a little too strong a highlight for this. Alright. So, all these colors here. I'm going to add a little bit more crimson to this mountain color. So some bit of blue, bit of white, crimson. I'll set that on paper towel. Use that same 2-inch brush that I've been using. And then we're going to throw in a little bit of a footpail back here. Not really a footpail so much as more like patch of trees. I'll go a little bit slower. I don't need to go so fast. Popping off here. Take care of that. And I'll come back. Even this, I kind of want to just go over it a bit and dull it down. It's a little crazy looking. There's a hair. I got it. It's always a gamble. Oh, look at that. I picked up some of that highlight color. Actually, I don't even want to pull that down. I don't want any water in this, so I don't want to. Throw this down here. When you're doing snow, it's good to have the dark color in, because then the snow shows up way better. That would be useful. But what type of liquid white we could use? I think I might be done with this brush now. It's got the purple on it, so for me it's too risky to use. Okay. So that brush. That one's good. I have a lot of these 2-inch brushes. Alright. Let's make, actually I don't even want to use the 2-inch brush, let's use clean brushes. Make sure they're nice and cleaned. So we'll have one for highlights, one for non-highlights. I'll use that same lavender color, but we'll add a little bit more. We'll add some black to it to darken it, or dull it, I should say. These will be a bit taller trees, pine trees, evergreen trees, whatever you call them, where you're from. I call them pine trees. Got one. Give him a little friend. That. And we'll just kind of push in some things, type things. Over here. That's probably good. Good enough for there. And we'll take a fan brush. What do I do? Oh, here. Same thing. But I'm going to add some liquid white. So this is a much lighter version of that color. Maybe a little bit more blue. Blue's strong, so you don't really need much. So I added blue, liquid white. And we'll just kind of highlight that a little bit. See, this little one. And some of these. This is far away, so. No details. No details. Okay. All right. Make a few smaller trees in here. These ones I can kind of use a fan brush still. It's just like a dead tree. I'm gonna put one or two of these in. I don't want to completely cover up my mountain here because I think it kind of looks nice. I'll just do this. Two little sticks here. I need to peel off a paper towel I can use. Okay. Now we could probably do some giant trees if we really want to. Let's do that. Put those here. Actually, for that, we gotta put some land in first. Otherwise, it's gonna look goofy. This is just 2-inch brush, straight white. Lots of white. You need a lot of white to do the snow when you're doing snow. So just push it down. Pull. Lots of pressure. Ton. Tons of pressure. Grab some more. All the way across. Grab a little bit more. The white. I'll do it one more time. Like that. And again, over here, there's gonna be big trees, so I'm not concerned. Okay. Got our snow. That's good. Put this brush in there, but I might need it later. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. Big trees. We'll use fan brush, I think. That's fine. I might take this mountain color and we'll make the big trees with that and the little bit of this color here. Alright, let's make some big trees. Right there. Another one here. Big trees. Go all the way. One over here. And then at the bottoms, let's see. I do have a 2-inch brush. I'll just use that dirty one. I'm going to push in some shrubs around the base here so it doesn't look too crazy. slow, doesn't it? Fast. Probably could have done this before. This one. I'll blend out the bottoms into the snow. So it kind of pushes it back a little bit. Do the same over there on that other side, down here. Just pull it down. Some shadow. Okay. Now we can use a fan brush. Fan brush, that black color, crimson. Basically all of our dark colors. Some blue. And some sienna. We'll push in these different rings here. Push it all the way into the top up here, right, just so it's closed in. Smaller ones. It doesn't have to be fully covered, I don't think. I mean, you can if you want. Just need some variation in size. Put it up here. And we'll add in some branches as well, so it's not too crazy looking. I'll take that highlight brush that I used before. Maybe a little more liquid white. Just so it sticks, because there's a lot of paint there. I don't know if you can see it. And I'll use that same color brush. I need this a little bit darker than the other one. So I'll just highlight that up here. On the top, some of these. Again, not all these need a highlight. Just some, so they stick out. This will be kind of dark, so I don't want to highlight him too much. And I always aim for the tops of things. That's just my only advice. I don't really have too much advice to give. When you're painting these, just kind of aim for the tops. You might not hit it, but you can get pretty close. Makes it kind of pretty. And if you don't like it, you just tap it some more. It goes away. Okay, that's pretty good for these trees here. Put this back in the Alright. I mean, this is okay. This isn't, could probably stop here and be fine, but I kind of want to highlight these just a little bit more here in front. I could dirty another brush, but I'm lazy, so I'll just use a lot of white here. A lot of white. Liquid white, titanium white. Some pink color. And I'll smash my fan brush into that, kind of like I do with the 1-inch brush, so it even will explode. You don't want to do this too often because it'll mess up the brush, but you just kind of tap in here like you would with a 1-inch brush, and looks about the same. Not always, but sometimes. Makes it look like they're frosted. Just got some frosty bushes. And the motion we're going for here is to the right and to the left. It's kind of like a little rocking motion. Right, left, right, left. Same thing. This is all the same technique that like if you watch Bob Ross, he does this with the 1-inch brush, you do it with the fan brush. You do it with the 2-inch brush, whatever you want. There, let's wipe this off. I got one paper towel out. I almost got complete access. Let's grab a script liner here and add in some sticks and stuff. Actually, for these, well, we'll do 2 things here. Got these little ones in the background. These ones look a little weird. This brush is crazy. This is the craziest brush I've ever seen. Little hairs sticking out every direction. Okay. Which isn't bad, but what I'm trying to do, not the best. So I'm just going to add in some of these sticks. And I picked up some of the yellow, so it's actually going to look like a highlight, which may or may not be bad. I don't really know, but we'll use it anyway. And for these bigger trees, I'm actually going to take a palette knife. Let's see what this looks like. We'll do it up here just in case. It doesn't look too bad. Just scraping in something that looks like a stick, or looks like branches inside of the limbs. There's so much paint here that it's you just kind of get moved around. I kind of like it. Let me know if you like it. Just a little something over here, over there. All right. We got so much paint left over. I mean, I can always throw in another plane down here. Maybe want some bushes in here as well. So you can add in whatever. You can do whatever. And do the same. Just tap the tops. A light frosting. A light frosting. There. There, that's good. We don't have to get too crazy on this one. All right. So, I have liquid white here, so I'll just dump my script liner in that. Go into the bright red. Some yellow in there too. Should be a little thin roll here. Yeah, something like this. I gotta figure out where to sign. I'll just put it down here. Off on the side. And this was loosely based off of one of the Bob Ross episodes. I forget which one. I think it's Rhapsody something. It's in season 21. You'll know it if you see it. But it's loosely based off of that. And I say loosely, because sometimes I go off the rails. This might be our last 2025.